Afternoon, guys. Me and my friend Bear are going to do a little woods walk today. We're just walking along at spring here in Alabama, and we're just looking around the woods and seeing what's coming in and etc. And we're going to be toting our shotguns because the snakes are starting to come out. Now, as many of you know, snakes hibernate. Well, down here in my part of the South, they don't truly hibernate, but they do go into dens and things. And one of the things you got to be aware of is the fact that when that snake comes immediately out of their den, they haven't bit anything in a while, probably a couple of months. Because of that, their venom sacs are very full, and it's very bad to get bit by one early in the season. Far worse than later, because the first animal they bite, they're going to dump all that venom. So we're going to be carrying our shotguns and looking for belltails. Otherwise, just come along. We're just going to walk along and take a look. Now, this is his pond he's put in, and I'm probably going to be doing some fishing and some canoeing down here. That'll be coming up a little bit later. But let's do a little bit of a walk. Here's one of the most common ones down here in my part of the South, Yopon. Yopon can be made into a tea, and it actually has caffeine in it. And my Native American ancestors used it as a purgative for purification. They would drink an extremely strong form of the black drink to make them throw up. And they would do this clarification ceremony, and they would drink and they would throw up, and the object of the game here was to purge what was inside, get the spirits out, so to speak. The Yopon is blooming down, is budding out everywhere down here now, and that's one of the first indications of spring. You get a dead pine tree right here, and you can tell by this damage. You get up close and you look, and you see the meal like this is a pine beetle got this. See all this little white mixed in? Holes, this is where you got animals that's getting after the beetles, going after it because they're up under this bark. And they're going to peel the bark back, get to them. Now this is a prime example of what is probably going, if you look at the base of the tree, you see that sawdust down there? You can see it all over the bark. That indicates pine beetles. Now this is going to be a good tree, possibility of it turning into fat wood, because of the way it's been killed. And of course, you're going to find fat wood here at the joints of it. This one's about pulped out, but even this, see that dark streak right there? That core, ain't much in that. But in the center of this, probably will end up being a lot of fat wood. That little roseates, dandelion starting out. See where that tree right there in front of you, the base of it, when they did a fire for brush, it burned all the way through. Now that tree is actually still alive. See up there on the top? But the looks like it's girdled it all the way around. And right next to that cedar tree, right there. This is my friend Bear who owns this land. Say hello, Bear.
Hello.
He's a man of many words. You can see where the trees are burned, where they burned out through here. And then you got tons of Yopon coming back in. Yopon is a pioneer species. It likes to come in on disturbed ground. And there's the briars already coming back. Now that's brambles to you up north. That's what you use when you got an upset stomach. You eat a couple of those leaves or you make a tea out of it. It also makes berries that we make wine out of. There's a cactus. Yes, we do have cactus in Alabama. Trust me, you go walking around the camp barefoot at night and find it, you're going to know it. Yep.
When it makes a fruit, you can actually eat the fruit.
Uh-huh, that's a prickly pear.
Prickly pear.
Yeah, that's just an immature prickly pear, and if you look, you got more of it right here and right there in that rut. It'll like it here. It's got a lot of sunlight to work with. Usually they like sun.
The ground underneath it is sandy too.
Yeah.
Which helps.
Yeah, that'll help it. That might be one of the wild mints right there, I'm not sure. Here's the birds go. Yep. Yep.
All along there.
Right. There's a nice green. We down here call them blackberries, but they're kind of a bramble. Blackberries actually grow on a bush, but these grow on the ground. They're actually dewberry, but we still call them blackberry. Yeah. Hopefully we'll get around here in a second. I'm going to show you what we call down here devil's walking sticks. We were just noticing how massive that old tree is right there. We got weather coming in, so we're trying to be kind of rushed, but you got a cedar right there in front of it, and then you got that big old huge tree then split into three. One of the oaks, I can't tell you what it is right off the top of my head. Massive. Now right now you see how open it is relatively through here. In 2 to 3 weeks when all this stuff greens up, you won't be able to see 10 yards.
Welcome to our south.
Yeah, welcome to the south. There's one of them holly ivy trees with the good thorns on them. Those are always so much fun to run into in the middle of the night. Alright. See the thorns on it? See how it has a section with rings of thorns and that green top? And out here in front of us there's just a sea of them standing up. We call them devil's walking sticks down here. I've often wondered if they're edible. If that green top would be edible.
Help yourself.
No, I'll research it first. But it's one of those things, nature comes up with thorns because it's usually good to eat. And when you consider it ain't a tree, maybe it's a locust, but it grows very fast. And lots of them. I'm thinking it's probably running from a root and sending out shoots, because that one right there in the middle of that, that's a good 10 or 12 feet high. Right there, and that's like an old growth one. There's several old growth ones right in here, and it's just, I know you probably can't pick that up, but almost every one of these vertical sticks you're seeing is one of them devil's walking sticks. Nothing but thorns. You definitely do not want to walk into that in the middle of the night. And there is our old friend, the poison ivy, poison oak. We were just looking at that, wondering if that was a mint type, and then we got noticing all the poison stuff around it. So, and of course, wild lettuce. So. Okay, guys, it's early spring, but I want you to see something. This big old pine. I want you to zoom in. I want you to look. See all those yellow dots? That's the pollen cones that are about to release pollen down here. Now that is massive on that tree, and a lot of these pines, I'm looking around, almost all these pines are laden like that. This year there's going to be yellow snow in Dixie. It'll be just like a yellow fog when they all decide to turn loose all of that pollen. Woo, it's going to be bad. Alright, let's see. You've got, how many acres do you think this is? Pond.
Between 10 and 12.
Between 10 and 12.
Yeah.
And you got 2 islands in it.
Yeah. 3.
3. And
One
we're,
here, 2 there, 1 over there.
the river is less than a couple hundred yards that way. So. And how deep is the pond?
At the deepest point, it runs about 18 feet.
Okay. We already got fish in it. So there's going to be camping and canoe videos here in the future, guys. Hang in there. But it's close to a town. My friend Bear owns all this land. And just want to give you a little glimpse about what's going on down here in the south. But beautiful, man. It really is. And we're going to be doing some more videos down here. We've got to establish a place to do some little bit of camping, a little bit of stuff, but that'll be coming up in the future. Thanks for coming along, guys. Appreciate you watching. And got any questions or comments, please put them below. Till next time, I'm Blackie, wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.